Good evening and welcome to the Suez Canal Stadium in Ismailia. It's match day 2 in the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Hosts Egypt here tonight, taking on Sierra Leone, looking for a second consecutive win in the competition after making a winning start on the opening day last Sunday with a 1-0 win over South Africa. Meanwhile, Sierra Leone, in their first ever qualification for this tournament, got off to a decent start, it has to be said, against Zambia back on in the first game to be played ahead of the opening ceremony on Sunday. A 0-0 draw against the Zambians, and certainly gave a good account of themselves. It was no backs to the wall situation for them at all. They gave as good as they got. Now they have a chance, basically a free hit against the tournament hosts. That after Côte d'Ivoire pulled out very late on, with Egypt having already qualified for the competition and then agreeing to take on hosting this championship at the pretty much the last moment and getting off to a winning start.
For those who love it, those who support it, and those who play it, Orange is here. Orange, proud sponsor of African football.
Here, we're known for our sense of service. It's all about finding ways to support you. Day after day, doing everything we can to be useful and providing energy in all its forms. Everywhere, every time, all across the continent.
Well, welcome back then to Ismailia. Just a few minutes to go now before kick-off here, match day 2. Simon Nabi there, leading the players out, the coach, with certainly plenty of pressure on the coach as well, especially after Egypt on home soil 2 years ago bowed out in the group stage without a win. Huge amount of pressure on the players. We saw that perhaps in the opening half hour against South Africa, where they looked nervy, they looked under pressure. Certainly South Africa very unlucky to come out of that game with a 1-0 loss. They hit the post 3 times, one of which was an audacious lob from all of 45 metres, which beat the keeper, came back off the post. So certainly, yes, a winning start for Egypt for match day 1. Perfect start, definitely not. With certainly areas to be improved for Simon Nabi's side. And they will be aware of that. A lot of their hopes on that man just momentarily in the centre of your picture with the big hair there. Kabaka plays for Modern Sport in the Egyptian Premier League, 20 years of age, and certainly very much the leader of this side.
20 seconds.
Basically, everything goes through Kabaka as far as Egypt are concerned. He will dictate the pace of play and the areas of play as well. The teams and the officials coming out onto the pitch then. Same hybrid playing surface that saw South Africa get their first 3 points of the competition against Tanzania earlier today. April with the only goal of that game in the 28th minute. Lining up now, ready for the national anthems. Starting off then with High We Exact the Realm of the Free for Sierra Leone. Egyptian national anthem, Miladi, Miladi, Miladi. My homeland, my homeland, my homeland. Well, there's some fine tenors and basses in that group. Now with the anthems out of the way, it's time for some high fives and fist pumps between the teams and the officials for today's game. The last bit of a warm-up as well, while the pennants are exchanged and the coin tossed. Certainly it's been a solid start to the tournament for Sierra Leone. This will be the acid test, though. They're regarded as somewhat of a dark horse. In this competition, no one really knows what to expect of them. Here we have today's referee from Kenya, Dickens Nyagarawa. His assistant referees Selemusa Firi from Swaziland and Theophilus Akugre from Ghana. Fourth official for today's match from Zimbabwe, Tabani Rosario. Now we do have VAR, hopefully no contentious issues there. Letitia Viana from Swaziland, the lady in charge of the VAR booth. Her assistant Maria Rive from Mauritius. So nearly ready to get underway here then in Ismailia. Just a minute or two left now. This stadium, by the way, completely rebuilt back at the start of the decade, or reopened back in 2022, having been expanded from its original 10,000 capacity to 22,000 now, all-seater as well, modern facility. So a hybrid pitch as well. We'll have to wait and see just exactly how that plays out. So a quick team huddle then ahead of kickoff. Our referee roaming the centre circle. Four-time champions Egypt in their 14th edition of this tournament. By comparison, Sierra Leone in the competition for the first time, just their second ever match, indeed, at this level. Yet to concede a goal. Although also yet to score one as well. Mohamed Abdallah, though, in your picture just then, certainly has scored, came off the bench to score the winner. Egypt's opening match against South Africa. To wait till just after the hour mark for that. Did the old Pharaohs. Sierra Leone get us underway. The Shooting Stars against the old Pharaohs here. In Ismaila, match day 2 in Group A of the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Egypt will be strong favourites for this, but don't expect the Sierra Leone just to roll over on this one. Long ball over the top, and just hitting the back of Gandhi there. It's rather concentrating on the run, but they've done well to win the ball high up the pitch again. Certainly, we saw with the South Africans that they were certainly, say, pressing high early in that game. Here again, we've got Shooting Stars keeping the ball well, but then giving it away, and now Egypt can play on the counter-attack. Abdallah has got real pace. Samir tries to feed that through, intercepted though. Keita feeds the ball long towards a run of Gandhi, trying to get in behind Ustenji. That ball going all the way through to Mane, who made a couple of cracking saves, by the way, in that opening game against South Africa. So they won the game 1-0, Egypt. I think South Africa could consider themselves very unlucky not to get out anything from that match. Sierra Leoneans will have to be disciplined in defence as well in this game. If they do press high, they can't afford to then get caught out at the back. If Egypt manage to play through that press, that's going to be the issue for them. They do like to play on the transition, Sierra Leone. Abdallah just holding the ball up, getting it back to Kabaka. Instantly recognisable with that big mop of hair, the number 8. Now a crossfield ball over to that right-hand side, sweeping ball as well for Samir. Into Abdallah. Abdallah thinks about making room for the shot here, Abdallah. Instead, the ball deflecting its way to Kabaka. And now the shot comes in from distance from Wahid, but never really threatening the goal. Looks like he did a disco there. Salman Nabi striking a pose. Goal kick taken short here by the Sierra Leoneans. And the kick goes long. Headed back out, Kabaka to Wahid. Back into the defensive line. Jallow gets the ball back in play, but it's then given away. Is that a Sierra Leone throw? No, it's not. So, it's a confident start for Mohamed Kamara's side. Fairly calm on the sidelines there. It's a nice ball through the lines. And again, some good passing coming here from the Egyptians. Now Mahab feeds that one in. Oh, Mohamed got a touch on it. Difficult ball to take down. Lovely run in from the right there from Abdallah. Not so lovely the shot though. That one flying well high and wide. Getting very high up, prolific leap. Now then, Jallo brings it forward, has a pop from distance, the right back. 35 metres out, apologises to his teammates. There's the 19-year-old. Kabaka very deep there, and that's a searching ball out to the right. Sierra Leone back in possession again. Just a loose pass in the final third. Saliou Ba was never going to get on the end of that. Egypt will be patient. Don't worry, there hasn't been a yellow card for Mohamed Abdin. Well, that ball was rolling under the foot of Wahid, where he was well placed there to put some pressure on the Sierra Leone back four. Dispossessed on that right-hand side. Samir to Abdallah. Abdallah cuts back with stronger left foot. Kabaka gets the ball back out to the right. Good play from Wahid. Back to Abdin. Now Samir. El Sayed. Drifts that one in. Dealt with by Alpha Turai. Oh, and then given away. Very lucky the rebound went to Ba. Kamara changes direction. Goes to Jallo on this near side. Jallo, though, dispossessed. Kabaka now in possession. El Sayed. Kabaka. Now space on this near side for Mahab. Keda. By the way, 3 changes made, by the way, by Osama Nabi, the Egyptian coach for this game. The entire front 3 swapped out and replaced. Samir with the ball in. It's just a little bit too high for everyone. It's going to reach the... it's going to be kept in, not quite. It's going to be kept in play there for a moment, but yeah, you can tie a new front 3. Mohamed Abdallah, after his goal from the bench in the opening game, retains, comes into the side. Omar Keda on the left-hand side of the front 3, and Mohamed leading the line for the old Pharaohs. Oh, the ball breaking nicely there for Sierra Leone. An opportunity for Ba from distance, but no real power on that, trying to caress it into the top corner. That's easy enough for Monem, the Egyptian goalkeeper. Kabaka playing very deep at the moment, sort of like a quarterback role. Midfield ball looking for space, but falling straight to the feet of Bar. He then runs into Kedder. Gives away the foul, trying to win the ball back. Does the number 8. Back and trying to play a 1-2. Break through the lines. Oh, now space on the transition here for Sierra Leone. Only 3 players up in this attack. And that's a bit of a waste, really. Attempting the shot from at least 30 odd metres out. Kamara, the captain. Bit of a daisy cutter for the keeper, easy to deal with. Mahab plays that one in for Mahonad. Mahonad battling hard, eventually getting the ball to El Sayed. Samir, Abdallah. Sayed, oh, nice layoff there as well. Now the ball comes back in, but trying to cut it back straight into the foot of Bangura. That would be a Sierra Leone throw. Deflection coming off Mohamed Samir. Over the top, Sierra Leone winning the ball high at the pitch again here, but looks for his options left and right. Kamara plays a 1-2 on the edge of the area, thinks about the shot. Trying to play Jallo in on that right-hand side. Gets the ball back, though. Kabia, very much the base of that midfield, the number 5, on the ball again now. Dropping deep for the moment. Certainly Sierra Leone. Oh, nice move over on that left-hand side. Tees up for the shot, blazing it over the bar. 3 people to aim at in the box. There for Amara Keita. Maybe just taking the wrong decision, the left-back. Lovely nutmeg on Samir. Came into the area and Gandhi was pretty much unmarked in the 6-yard box there. It's not the best of shots. Some wishful thinking from the man in charge of the graphics there. Played out from the back, but nervously from Monet. We did see that against South Africa. Egypt tried to play the ball out from the back, put them under pressure though, and they can make mistakes. Jallo trying to play that one through for Kamara. El Sayed then trips over. Going to be a corner, is it? No. Egypt just over 60% of the ball at the moment in this game. Already put 100 passes together. Certainly in the opening game, Egypt did somewhat struggle to get their passing together. Under pressure from the South Africans. That's a nice ball into the front. And Abdallah coming in from the right-hand side, but now there's a gap on that, on his flank, and Sierra Leone trying to exploit that space. Samir comes back, he's got El Sayed as well out there. Here's Keita, this time goes for the cross. Shanks it straight out of play. Nasty looking stat here that Omar Keita lost possession 26 times against Zambia. Astonishing statistic, actually. Still, Mohamed Kamara, the coach, sticking with the same back four, just making a couple of changes in midfield with wait a minute now. Abdallah cutting inside. Abdallah gets onto his left foot, pulls the trigger. Good save though from Mamadou Jallo. They do have to be careful with Abdallah's pace. We saw that against South Africa. He ran from the halfway line. No one could catch up with him, even running with the ball. He's always going to try and cut onto his left foot. Keita a little bit guilty there, but showing him onto his weaker side. From the corner, Mahab to take it, 5 red shirts to aim at. Delivery headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Cardbo gets the ball out of the area. That's well held up by Bar. Well, Stengi letting the ball roll under his foot there. Fortunately, there was not an opposition player jumping in behind. The pressure here again. Back to the keeper, lofts it high. And yeah, definite foul from Omar Kedet. Making a back for his opponent, Nathaniel Jallo. Sierra Leone looking good going forward so far. Just need to make better decisions in the final third, and they could really pose a danger to this Egyptian side. Forward again. Gandhi, loose first touch, but then again picked up by Kamara. Kamara beaten by Abdallah. Abdallah's going to run at the defence here. Gets the ball to Kabaka. Oh, lovely pass from Kabaka for Kedet. Kedet dispossessed though by Turai. Good tackle from Alpha Turai. Oh, the ball stayed in play. Oh, everyone stopped. Apart from Omar Kedet. Let's have a look. Well, the ball's clearly gone out of play, hasn't it? Sierra Leone coach Mohamed Kamara. Still chewing his gum, still looking relatively calm on the sidelines. Now the ball long, headed away, will be picked up by El Sayed. Kabaka again, the captain, this time dropping deep on the left-hand side. Get the ball back again now. Ball trying to get that in behind. Keita did well. Kamara with the header. And now Sierra Leone can get in behind here. They got 4 men up in the attack. Kamara cuts inside one, runs into traffic. He had 3 teammates up there begging for a pass. Kamara goes down. I didn't see it. Anything particularly untoward there. Instructions from the coach. Nothing there. Just giving his left foot a tweak. Have to leave the field of play for a moment or two before being invited back onto the pitch. Back underway. And Syed to Mahab. Leone decided not to press the ball, but they've left a big gap over on that right-hand side as well. These are intercepting the pass meant for Kabaka. Kamara now turns in midfield, finds his captain Kamara. Now Bar trying to feed that one in between the full-back and the centre-back. Spin, though, taking it away. Cargbo over on that left-hand side. Again now. Mahab. Kedder outside him. Back using him, continuing his run. Kedder comes inside to El Sayed. Oh, nice ball by Kabaka. Run rather by Kabaka. Feeds it out to Mahab. Puts it into the near post, half cleared. Kabaka again now, shot blocked. Bar plays the ball out. That's going to be picked up by Egypt though. Sierra Leone just for the moment hemmed back in their final third. Kedder. Mr. Kabaka. Dean coming forwards from centre-back. Abdallah. Got Samir outside him. Samir. 3 men to Waymat in the box. Oh, the shot comes in from Kedder. Well, Mohamed jumped for it, couldn't quite reach it. It came straight to Kedder. There's the Egyptian coaching staff. There's a bit of angst there. Nicely played. Now then, what can Gandhi do? Haven't really seen him with the ball at feet much so far. Bar now back inside. There's men over on the left-hand side as well here for Sierra Leone. Now the ball whipped into the near post and not been picked up by the keeper, and it's in. And Sierra Leone have taken the lead here. Remarkable. Midway through the first half, and it's Sierra Leone that have taken the lead. Delight on the look on the face of Mohamed Kamara. An attack that builds up and, well, say previous forays into the Egyptian box had not necessarily been met with the correct decisions, but there's no offside there. No offside here. Now. Could be an issue here with Gandhi. Being on the floor, that he's in an offside position. Is he interfering with the goalkeeper? Well, Suleiman Kagbo. Man, he put it in the net. It seemed to deflect, though, off of Gandhi. Is the goal going to stand? VAR will check the goal anyway. They check all the goals now. Instructions for the Sierra Leone players as well, coming from the bench. So, well, the Egyptians claiming there's an offside there was Samuel Gandhi was on the floor. Still waiting for the final decision from the VAR. Shouldn't take too long. The question is not so much there. Would the keeper have stopped that if Gandhi wasn't there? I don't think he would have, you know. It shouldn't take this long, surely. Still no final decision. Gandhi unlucky, actually, not to put the ball in the first place. The referee was encouraged to go and take a look at the monitor, so it's not being ruled out for offside, I assume, then? Or is it for him to decide if the player is in an active position? He would not normally send the referee to go and have a look for an offside. If it's offside, it's offside. Is he thinking there's interference from Samuel Gandhi, I wonder, on the goalkeeper? To be fair, Gandhi has tried to roll out of the way as quickly as possible here. Not quite sure what they're asking the referee to look at. Gets the touch straight into the goalkeeper. The ball deflects out to Kagbo. It's a pity, really, if he'd lifted it over the keeper here. I wonder if it hits Gandhi. If it's over the line when it hits Gandhi, he can't be offside because he's over the line. And then it hits his, I think it hits his left foot. Well, this has been 5 minutes already since the ball went in the back of the net. Really. Now, just a reminder that in order for the referee, normally for VAR to get involved, there must be a clear and obvious error with the original call on the pitch. And the goal has been disallowed. Quite sure why it needed 5 minutes to get to that. There we are. So, 0-0 still. Sierra Leone unlucky. They will have seen how they put that move together, and they can certainly build on that. Players have probably cooled down somewhat, though, after that 5-minute stoppage. Loose touch from Mahonad. Fouls the opponent, trying to win the ball back. Jallo goes long. Samir can't quite get the ball to Kabaka. Sierra Leone back in possession again. They've looked good with the ball, they've moved it quickly. And with skill as well. Sierra Leone. Kamara now midfield. And biting at his heels. Now Jallo on this near side. Jallo cuts inside, he's got no real support out there on the right. But plays the ball in for Gandhi, but again, not the best of strikes with the shot. It seems a bit hasty, doesn't it, when they get into those shooting positions from Sierra Leone. Wahab tries to bring the ball forwards. I only think that the length of the VAR check was because they're trying to figure out if the Gandhi was actually interfering with play or not. To check exactly where the contact with the ball was, and as the ball hit Gandhi, what was it, about a foot short of the line, so, and he was in an offside position at that point. So the correct decision in the end. Long throw, that's a good long throw as well, coming in from Mahab. It's a good weapon to have for Egypt, isn't it? The long throw's pretty fashionable at the moment, rather coming back into fashion. We've seen all over the world in the last year or two just how much well, just chaos you can cause in the box with the long throw. It just means it, because yes, a corner can be dangerous, but when you've got a long throw proponent, get the ball safe, you can get the ball as far as the penalty spot. It is basically any sort of throw-in, like level with the penalty box or even slightly further back from the penalty box, is basically another set piece. That's a lovely ball over the head of Kabaka and a lovely first touch for Kamara. Now Keita again. Keita can put another good ball in here. Oh, and the header from Jallo. Mahab's gone down. Good ball in from Keita to the back post. More instructions for the Egyptian players. Well, Mahab gets some treatment. Like the contact was more in the on the back than the head. Maybe caught the neck as well. Jallo as he tried to get to that one. Underway. This time Mahana. Challenge on Jallo. A bit of revenge there, perhaps. Long. Jallo again. He's involved in lots of aerial challenges at the moment, the right back. This time putting the ball out for a throw. Looking nervy, aren't they? The Egyptian bench. Simon Nabi. To right. These are down the right. And Gandhi winning the original aerial ball, but unable to retain possession. It's nicely chested down, though. Again, like we saw the South Africans against Egypt, 1 and 2 touch passing. Seems to be the way forward now. Mahana not given offside. Dalla goes down looking for well, he's looking for a red card for his opponent now. He's not even going to get a foul, and quite rightly so. Now Kamara comes forward. To find a pass for a teammate, the captain. Not had the best of first halves, I'd say, so far. Leone. Certainly the last 15 minutes or so, they've come into the game nicely, haven't they? Just have significantly more of the ball than they did in the opening part of the game. Created a few good chances as well, and Egypt have gone pretty quiet at this stage. All over the top. Oh no, not going to get there first. Jallo with the ball back to Chirai. Jallo playing very high up the pitch, isn't he? Number 18. Actually further up the pitch than Saliu Bar, who is supposedly the right winger. There he is at the moment on the left-hand side of the centre circle. Jallo with a lot of acreage to cover on this right flank for Sierra Leone. Ball again in a minute. In fact, they've gone back to the left-hand side again. Samir with a good header to Kabaka. Nearly getting in behind. It's Cardbo. Kamara penalised for the challenge. Kedder trying to slant that ball in. Good first touch from Abdallah. It's a little bit heavy. Ball straight through to Jallo. Peter back to Jallo again. Holding up with the ball there. Nice ball down the left flank as well, Sierra Leone. Moving forwards nicely here now. Kamara with the crossfield ball over the top of Kedder. Jallo back inside. There's no one else on that right flank though at the moment. It's a bit imbalanced from Sierra Leone. It's a lovely ball over the shoulder of Samir. Kagbo. Kagbo needs some support. Eventually finds that support. Peter gets away from Abdallah as well, and a header missed by Gandhi. Comes to Kamara on the edge of the area. Now Kamara again, back heels. Blocked in the D. And then the foul from Turai. From Mahonat. Don't like to see players waving the imaginary yellow card though. Especially not in age group football. Just beat him to the ball. Plays the ball all the way back. Mahonat dropping deep there to try and hold the ball up and just passed it, well, 10 metres or so behind Mahab. Sierra Leone in a good attacking position again here, Jallo. Leone just happy to keep the ball for the moment. They've only had 33-34% of possession early in the game. It's now up to 44, nearly 45%. Well, Gandhi says he was caught in the back in the area. Al Sayed wins a free kick as he tries to bring the ball out. Gandhi. Looks like he's moving a little bit gingerly at the moment. Now the ball into the area, goes to Kabaka. Oh, great strike. Beaten away. Kedder now moves it onto his left foot. And eventually scrambled clear by Bartle. That's a lovely ball over the top there as well for Kagbo. And now maybe a chance on the transition for Sierra Leone. Just 3 men up in the attack. Oh, the ball in behind Kamara. An opportunity knocks here for Mahonat. Plays the ball to Abdallah. Heavy touch. Just thought for a moment there, Mahonat might be able to get away himself there with a slightly different first touch. Pass to Abdallah was fine, but it was a heavy touch, wasn't it? Maybe a bit too much on the pass, too much pace to try and control. Gandhi takes the ball away from Abdin. Goes down that left-hand channel. Goes to the byline, picks the ball across and intercepted there by Bustenji. Sierra Leone still with the ball. Ball locked back in. Barnett couldn't get anywhere near that. Helped clear by Kedder. Spread out to the left-hand side again. Support needed. Support arriving. Ball whipped into the near post. Woof. Well, Abdin and Monet, not quite sure who was dealing with that. Monet not happy with the defenders in front of him. Defence sails way over the head of Sami Mohab. Well, I think we're getting near the end of the first half. Should be about the 44th minute or so, 45th minute. Should be at least 5 added on as well for that very long VAR check on the disallowed Sierra Leone goal. So they got to the right decision in the end, but my word, did they take a while to get there. Now Kaita over on that left-hand side. It's the ball in. Say it. The clearance, and 7 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Looked like the Sierra Leone player that was actually jumped into, but the foul's gone the other way. This was the earlier opportunity. Ah, yes. Cracking strike from Kabaka. Back for live action. Lose the ball in midfield. Kamara. Bar. Oh, very much playing in a fairly central role at the moment. Now Kamara. Well, let's fly from distance. Apologises to his teammates. He's to make a few of those apologies today, hasn't he, Momo Kamara? The main attacking force, joint top scorer in their zone of qualification with 3 goals. Actually named the best player as well. Very much a focal point of their attacking ambitions. He's not having, though, I don't think, the best of games so far. Made a few bad decisions, bad passes. Going for goal when teammates are better placed. I'm sure the coach will have a word or two to say about that during the break, as El Sayed makes a run forward. It's pass for Kedda, intercepted by Jallo. Now Bar on this near side. Jallo gallops forward as well. Ball back inside. Just ball behind Gandhi. Just made his run inside as the ball was put down that channel. Is that a poor pass? It is a poor pass. Gandhi couldn't quite get the first touch right, but they've won a corner here, Sierra Leone. It was a dreadful ball out, though, by Monet. Lifting the ball to the opposition inside her own penalty area. Very lucky to get away with this one. No chance of Bustenji to get there first. Now then, the set piece. Sierra Leone commit green shirts into the area, try and flood the attacking areas. Six green shirts in the area to aim at, 3 of them in the 6-yard box, another couple hanging around near the penalty spot, Bar just by the D. Will be the in-swing. You expect this to go whipped into the 6-yard box. 6 green shirts jockeying for position. Ball comes in and it's over the crossbar and straight out of play. You can see what he was trying to do there. You've got that many men up. Tend to flood the 6-yard box. Try and cause problems in there. With a good delivery as well, it can be very difficult to defend. We see another couple of replays of the Kabaka chance from earlier. Say though, Egypt maybe dominated possession the first 15-20 minutes or so. Dalla goes down looking for a foul, not given by the referee. A little bit too much of that, I fear, from the Egyptian players. concentrate on playing rather than the referee. All inside, just behind the run of bar. Now cleared. The best of chest downs. Honor holding the ball up. Kabaka finding Kede on this near side. Nice dummy from El Sayed. Samir back to El Sayed again. Sayed finds one of Kabaka. Kabaka goes for goal! That's gone straight through the goalkeeper. And Kabaka has his first goal of the tournament. And that's harsh on Sierra Leone. Egypt have not done much for the last 20 minutes or so. And certainly having the lion's share of possession as well. Nice build-up. Kabaka just making the run there, drifted into a little bit of space and then straight through the keeper. That's poor goalkeeping, isn't it, from Mamadou Jallow, beating at his near post like that. Didn't even put his hand out. So the captain gets on the score sheet. Now Momo Kamara just trying to release Kagbo on that left-hand side. Now Abdallah running at Keita. Cut back inside, but dispossessed. A goal coming in the 50th minute of this first half. Now Keita headed away from the edge of the area. Abdallah picking the ball up, and now there could be an opportunity here on the counter-attack. Red shirts flooding forward here for the young Pharaohs. Kede, it's back inside. And the referee deciding that's enough for the first half. And, well, pretty even opening 45 minutes, really. A single strike from the Egyptian captain, Kabaka, deep into first half stoppage time. The difference between the two sides at the moment, Sierra Leone did have a goal disallowed after a 5-minute VAR check. They had other opportunities as well, didn't really make the most of them. Perhaps should have done, but did not. But they're very much in this game, the Shooting Stars. But at half-time here in Ismailia, it's Sierra Leone 0, Egypt 1. The Sierra Leoneans, I think, say it's their first time in the tournament. Compare that to it being Egypt's 14th time in the tournament. They're certainly gave a good account of themselves against Zambia, and they're giving a good account of themselves here as well. So a very even first half by pretty much all the metrics, bar one goal. And Ahmed Kabaka is the owner of that goal. I say though, Mamadou Jallow perhaps should have done better at his near post. But no matter, ball in the net. Egypt 1 goal up, and it's going to be very difficult for Sierra Leone to get back into the game from there. They do prefer to play on the counter-attack usually. Hits teams on transition, but if Egypt decide to just, well, they could at this point just sit back and absorb pressure and hit the Shooting Stars on the counter-attack themselves. So it's It's going to be a tricky balancing act, this, for Mohamed Kamara's side. They try and decide exactly how to approach the second half. So yeah, Egypt just edging possession. 52.5, 47.5. But the second half of that first half, I think you'll find that Sierra Leone, if you just take the last 20, 25 minutes or so, had quite a lot more of the possession. The only real statistic that stands out, other than the goal, the only real difference in statistics really is the passing accuracy in the final third. With Egypt up at 75%, Sierra Leone down at 63, rather illustrating the some of the bad decisions or decision-making from Sierra Leone in and around the Egypt area. That will need to improve in the second half. So match day 2 in Group A of the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations hosts Egypt in red against tournament debutants Sierra Leone. The Suez Canal Stadium in Ismailia. Sierra Leone living off scraps of possession early in the game. Came back into the game strongly though and thought they'd taken the lead here. Suleiman Kagbo finishing off a nice move after a good save from Mane for the initial chance from Samuel Gandhi. However, there would be a VAR check. Did take 5 minutes. They got there in the end. And the goal disallowed. What you haven't been shown is that Gandhi, after his initial effort, was laying prone on the ground when the shot came in from Kagbo. Very much in an offside position. So the goal disallowed. That was in around the 23rd minute. Then 5 minutes into first half stoppage time, and Egypt would eventually take the lead, and it was the captain, Ahmed Kabaka, bending his run beautifully on the edge of the area, beating Mamadou Jallo at his near post. Questions perhaps for the Brondby-based keeper. Beaten at his near post perhaps a little too easily. So 1-0 for Egypt at the break, but Sierra Leone very much in this going into the second half. Welcome back then to the Suez Canal Stadium here in Ismailia in northern Egypt. Hosts the young Pharaohs 1-0 up at half-time. Kabaka with the goal in the 50th minute of that first half. The difference between the two sides, but certainly Sierra Leone should perhaps have scored at least a goal themselves. A couple of iffy decisions in and around the area from them after good build-up play. Rather hamstringing their chances. They did get the ball in the back of the net, but after a 5-minute VAR check, the goal was not given. Basically, Samuel Gandhi on the line, actually, as the ball came in, was in an offside position, possibly also interfering with the keeper from that offside position, so the goal had to be chalked off after Suleiman Kagbo put the follow-up in the back of the net, but it came off of Samuel Gandhi as well. Now, how will Sierra Leone go about trying to get back on level terms in this second half? They prefer to sit back and play on the transition. And they have to press high and try and play on the transition then. Now Abdallah trying to get in behind, and Abdallah is in behind here. Oh, I was about to say that was 2-0. He can't believe he's missed it. I can't believe he's missed it either. Well, opening moments in the second half. And Egypt really should be 2 goals up here. Abdallah using his pace to get in behind Keita and Bangura. Keita couldn't do anything. I can't believe he's missed that. Seemed to have done everything right. And he's just prodded it wide. Well, that's a warning for Sierra Leone. That's going to be the issue they have at the likes of, I mean, Abdallah is quick, like really quick. And if they're going to press up, try and win the ball high up the pitch, which is what they probably have to try and do now, Sierra Leone, that is going to leave gaps in behind to be exploited. Abdallah, the perfect player for that, and you've got the likes of Kabaka providing the ammunition as well. Now Abdallah, crossfield ball. Back in from Mahab. Okay, no changes, by the way, from either coach during the break. Egypt continuing with this completely changed front three. Omar Khedr on the left, Mohamed Abdallah, who came off the bench to score the winner against South Africa, on the right, with Mohamed Mahonad leading the line, the number 11. Spectacular overhead clearance over on that left-hand side. I think that was Sami Mahab. Gura exchanging passes with Kamara, and now the ball fed over to that right-hand side. Back into Kamara. Kamara, the captain. Keita on this near side. Can't get the ball out, though, before Abdallah comes across to make the block. Keita had a bit of an iffy start to the game, but certainly came into it well. Both fullbacks, in fact, for Sierra Leone coming into the game well. Now Kamara can't get his cross out. Kabaka plays the ball out from the back. That's a good intercept high up the pitch. Now, what can Sierra Leone do with the ball this height? They've got 6 men up in this attack. Gandhi turns, can't find room for the shot. Cargbo crosses over to the right bar, miskicks it. Mahab tries to play his way out from the box. Foul given though against Sierra Leone. Impressed with how calm Mohamed Kamara is on the sidelines, by the way, the Sierra Leone coach. By the way, Egypt have never beaten a West African team. At the tournament. Rather, they failed to win their last 4 group games against West African teams, losing to Nigeria and Senegal 2 years ago. Prior to that, drew against Mali and Ghana in 2017. It's been a bit of a thin run of form, actually, for the young Pharaohs in recent years. Say 4-time champions, but that 4th title coming in 2013. Since then, didn't qualify to even try and defend their title in 2015. Samir and Keita clashing here. 2017, out in the group stage without winning a game. Didn't qualify 2019 or 2021, then on home soil 2 years ago. Out in the group stage without winning a game. In fact, the last time they won a game in the finals, well, apart from the opening game of this tournament against South Africa 3 days ago, was actually in the final 2013. In fact, they didn't win that either, did they? Because that was on penalties against Ghana. So actually, it goes back to their semi-final win against Nigeria in 2013. There's some defending to be done here. Keita to take this. Plenty of green shirts to aim at. Keita with a delivery, headed away at the near post by Samir. Kamara, the captain, smashes that one almost into the stands. So actually, yeah, Egypt's last group stage win against a West African opponent, by the way, a 1-0 against Benin in the final group game in 2013, a tournament in which they won all 5 games they played in, although the semi-final, sorry, the final was on penalties. Kabaka, well, that's a collector's item. Kabaka giving the ball away. In a dangerous area as well. The cross, though, not quite going Sierra Leone's way. Now Kamara picks up the ball, lays it off. They got a point from their opening game, Sierra Leone. Kamara turns in the centre circle, tries to get away from Mahona. It's a little bit short, the crossfield ball, looking for Jallo. Kabaka in the centre circle. Brings the ball out to the left. Tackled by Jallo. Both fullbacks actually quite impressive in that first half from Sierra Leone, getting forward willingly and often. They both had a slightly jittery first 10 minutes or so, but once they settled into the game, very much part of the attacking setup for Sierra Leone. Keda just plays the ball back a couple of times there. That ball looking for the run of Samir in behind. Now Abdallah gets onto it. Goes past one, goes past two. Sierra Leone on the counter-attack. Gandhi drives towards the byline, the ball put out by Abdeen. That will be a Sierra Leone corner. Abdallah's finally got up. Nabi looking almost pained on the sidelines there. Plenty of green shirts in the area now for this corner. We're going to have to retake that. Abdallah still complaining about the previous challenge where, I mean, honestly, it looked like a dive. It really did. We haven't seen a replay, but I'm assuming it was a dive. VAR have not been got involved. Poor cross from Keita. Really room to dig out a second ball. Now Kamara gets the ball out eventually, but only goes straight to Kedet. An opportunity here, El Sayed. Sprinting away down that left-hand side. He's got Bar with him for company. Bar makes the tackle. Now Kamara. Got support outside him, goes to Kamara on the inside instead. Nice ball into the edge of the area. Room for the shot. Deflects off of Abdeen. Gandhi chasing down Samir there. Now Keita cuts around Abdallah. Has he won himself a foul there? Abdallah coming in a little bit late, perhaps. Yes, indeed. Well, there was a push before the cross went in. Is Keita going to take this one? He's got right up against the byline here. Someone, Nabi, the coach, can hardly look. He's a nervous one, isn't he? Again, plenty of green shirts in the area, 6 of them waiting for this. Another one standing in the D as well. Just getting some further instructions on how to stay behind the line, which he's immediately walked back in front of again. Whipped in, the keeper came for it, didn't get that. Header back across goal, half cleared by Samir. Overhead goes back in, still not cleared, and eventually Kabaka puts his foot through it. That's probably the closest Sierra Leone have come. And they've got a man down in the 6-yard box. Looks like it's Nathaniel Jallo. The Egyptian player has been told to go away. Absolute chaos. The keeper came for it, didn't get a good contact on there, then headed back across goal. Half cleared, overhead from Cargbo. Jallo went down in the middle of that somewhere. Looks like he got involved in a contact with Abdullah Bustenji. The ball came back in. Now, is there a VAR check going on here, I wonder? Didn't look like there was anything particularly untoward going on in there. Comes in. nothing obvious. Maybe the challenge coming in from Stengi on Jallow, but looks 50-50 to me, looking at that, but obviously I'm not a qualified referee. And, so there's someone there be about to make a couple of changes here. Safaga, who came on in the second half of their first game against South Africa, looks like he's going to get another run out. Was that Mohamed Rafat as well? Sierra Leone back in possession. Kamara dropping deep, playing the ball off, making his run into midfield. Keita now. Jallow allowed back on. Not much on the right-hand side now. Gandhi. It's the ball back to Bar. Bar pulls the trigger, the ball deflects up in the air. Gandhi does well to bring the ball down. Kamara lays the ball off, and it's going to be pulled back across. Golgan, interception from the keeper. Then Wahid rides his luck a little bit in the area as well, gets the ball clear. And the offside flag goes up eventually. It's very early in the move, I think. Now here don't come the changes. Yes, it is. It's Mohamed Rafat from Al Ahly. And NP defensive midfielder Safaga coming on. Omar Kadir comes off, so Rafat will replace him. Safaga goes on now. He's a defensive midfielder, so I'm assuming that maybe Wahid or El Sayed. In fact, no, it's Mohamed who's withdrawn. So I assume that Mohamed Abdallah will now lead the line effectively for Egypt. I think I assume what looks like a Rafat. So taking up that station. Oh, and there's the equaliser. Straight through the keeper. Just as Egypt made the substitutions, the keeper says he was unsighted. Sierra Leone have the goal that perhaps their play throughout this game so far deserves. And that's going to really make a game of it as well in the last half hour or so. Just as Egypt was settling in after making those substitutions. "63 minutes in. Lays the ball off to Kamara, his captain, who's not had a good game and wasn't the best of shots. That's gone straight through the keeper. Let's have a look here. Should have a better idea of what the keeper was facing. Well, he said he was unsighted, but he's just got that all wrong, hasn't he? Momo Kamara. 3 goals in the qualifying tournament, man of the qualification process in the Western Africa Zone A. 3 goals there, and he now has scored Sierra Leone's first ever goal at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, and it is very much game on now. Forward a little bit aimless this time. Ball goes into Rafat. Well, Syed in plenty of space, but too much on that, and the keeper allows that to go out for a goal kick. Now, how will Egypt react to that? They've taken off their striker, gone to a slightly more defensive formation with half an hour to play, and immediately conceded the goal to get for Sierra Leone to be back on level terms. Kamara, oh, giving the ball away. Sierra Leone lucky there, the shot straight at Jallo. And now there's plenty of green shirts coming forwards here. Can Bar get the ball out wide? He's running it out there instead, eventually plays the ball out to Jallo. Jallo into Kamara, pulls a trigger, oh, 2-1. Fantastic strike, no fault for the keeper this time. What a strike that is! 2 goals in as many minutes for Sierra Leone, and dramatically from 1-0 down to 2-1 up here. Well, the first goal was perhaps a little bit lucky, the keeper making a mess of things. There was nothing wrong with that, though. That was smashed into the top corner. Egyptian players look shocked here, as well they might be. Mohamed left the pitch at 1-0 2 minutes ago. Suddenly his team's 2-1 down and he's still trying to give advice from the touchline. Kamara allowed space there, what a strike. And it looks so good coming off the underside of the crossbar, doesn't it? Always make a goal look a little bit better. Brilliant strike from Kamara. Maybe question the Egyptian defence, giving that perhaps Sierra Leone's main man that amount of space on the edge of the area. There were 3 of them there, no one put a challenge in. Ball goes long, goes straight to Jallo. He plays it long now. Oh, and good play from Gandhi. Stengi doing well to get back. And that's going to be a Sierra Leone throw. Too many complaints coming in here for the Egyptian players. Losing their heads a little bit there, Mahab. Lucky not to be yellow carded, actually. Referees are trying to be lenient with the bookings in this tournament so far. Certainly the opening 2 games. Rather, the opening game, Egypt just the one booking, and the same for Sierra Leone as well. Now the shooting stars coming forwards again. Kargbo, can he keep this one in play? Well, he can prevent the goal kick. The throw taken quickly. And the ball wastefully put out of play by Safaga. Keita with the throw. Does he have the long throw? Didn't see one in the first half. We saw that Samuel Mahab had one. Egyptian left back. That was a bit of a floater, wasn't it? Kamara asked if that was going to be a goal kick or a corner. Down the line, nicely taken down by Mahab, though. Kicks the ball back. Now Kabaka plays the ball through to the substitute Rafat. Well defended, cleared by the keeper. Gandhi tries to hold the ball up, no foul. Ball through. Evaded. Mohamed Rafat. Now, how does Sierra Leone approach now the last 20-odd minutes of this game? The passing has been good, by and large. Will they continue to press forward, or will they start sitting back? Kamara bringing it forward, under pressure from Safagan. Plays the ball out to the right to Bar. Now Kamara. Mohamed Kamara, not Momo. Plays the ball into the edge of the area for Gandhi. Tries to pull the trigger with his left foot, well blocked. That clearance only going as far as Keita. Kabia all the way back to Bangura. Kabia again. Keita. See there from Keita's reaction, he wanted the run from Gandhi. He just laid the ball off and stopped dead in his tracks. Keita with the throw. Sierra Leone, 2 goals in less than 3 minutes. Completely turned the game around. Now Kamara thought about the shot, lays the ball out to Jallo on the right. Pings the ball into Kamara, who's on a hat-trick, by the way. But can't find room. Now Kamara again, find room. And here's Gandhi. Well, claims for a handball. Well, VAR will almost certainly have a look at this. The question will be, if it has hit the hand, has it gone ball to hand, or is it a genuine handball? Well, that's a handball. You can't have your arm out like that. You can see him trying to move his arm out of the way, and he couldn't get it out of the way in time. That's a penalty. I assume that VAR are looking at this. Is it a clear and obvious error? It would appear so. Egypt could be in real trouble here. The player's been asked to keep away from the referee. Sierra Leoneans there looking a little bit tense in the crowd. Are they about to get a penalty here? Well, it looks like a penalty, doesn't it? The arm is not in a natural position. The arm is out from the body. And the referee's going to go and have a look at the monitor. And I suspect he's only going to need to have a look at that once or twice before pointing to the penalty spot. I'm not a fan of starting with the image of contact. Just play the incident from the start. Otherwise, it's like you're putting that image into his mind rather than letting him see the whole thing flow in one movement. I don't think it'll make any difference here, though, because his arm is out. That's why you see defenders running into those positions with their arms like stuck down to their sides or behind their backs, because they don't want to give penalties away like that. That really does look like a handball, doesn't it? His arm is out. It's not in a natural position by his side. I think he's got to give this, you know. I mean, he is quite close, but you just can't have your arm out like that. It looks like a goal-bound shot as well. Referee trots back out onto the pitch. Now what's he going to do here? Penalty. Mohamed Samir with his arm out. Don't smile yet, he's still got to score the penalty, Mr. Kamara. Now is Momo Kamara going to step up here and take the penalty himself? He's already scored twice. Sama Nabi keeping his opinions to himself on the bench, the Egyptian coach. Now then, for my name, the big job to do here. And it's going to be Saliou Ba, the Wilberforce Strikers midfielder, to take this one. So, Ba against Monet. This. Ba steps up, perfect penalty in the bottom corner, sends the keeper the wrong way. Then Sierra Leone, incredibly, 1-0 down at half-time. And now they're 3-1 up. Sierra Leone perhaps getting their reward for continuing to attack despite having a 2-goal-to-1 lead. Not sitting back on that lead. Now, Ahmed Wahid has been taken off. With Mohamed Zalouk, who started the first game, coming on. He's a natural striker. Mohamed Samir, who gave away the penalty, has also been taken off. 15 minutes to go or so here. Like for like as Youssef Hafiz comes on in place of Samir. Well, that's what it means to the coach on the sideline. Well, that ball nearly a bit lucky there for Sierra Leone. The ball is falling between two Egyptian players. Now Safaga wins a corner. This is going to be swung in. Plenty of red shirts to aim at here, all bustling in between the penalty spot and the 6-yard box. Now the ball is whipped in, the keeper punches it away. Kamara picks up the ball on that right flank, plays the ball long, looking for Momo Kamara, who's got in behind Safaga just for a moment, didn't quite have the pace to stay away, unfortunately, for the Shooting Stars. I just wonder here if we're just getting a little bit of context from Egypt's opening game, where, they did beat South Africa 1-0, but South Africa hit the woodwork 3 times in that game, and there were a couple of good saves from Monet as well. Cargbo nearly making a good intercept there. Ball played down the line, smashed out of the play by Keita. Nice turn and ball inside as well from Zalouk. Zalouk again on the edge of the area, can't find the pass through. Now Kamara can lead the break for Sierra Leone, but a little bit too much on that for Samuel Gandhi to get onto it. Hafiz plays the ball out to Abdallah. Now Hafiz on the underlap. That goes out for a Sierra Leone goal kick. Well, we've got to say, apart from the opening 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes, But Sierra Leone have been really the better side. Maybe 3-1 is a little bit harsh on Egypt, but then again, going in at half-time 1-0 down was pretty harsh on Sierra Leone as well. And now Kamara picks up the ball in the penalty in the centre circle, and they're still pushing players forward here, the Shooting Stars. Here's Jallo on the right-hand side. But in support over there. Ball into Kabia. Down the line. That's a bizarre ball back to the goalkeeper from deep on that right flank. Jallo goes long towards Gandhi, chests the ball down well. Intercept from the Egyptian midfield, the ball kept in play by Hafiz. To throw down the line. Cargbo. Literally pushed out of the way by Safaga. Quite surprised he's not been booked. Not usually supposed to be able to just push an opponent out the way like that. Going to have another substitution here. Looks like Mahmoud Labib, the Al Ahly central defender, is that? We'll get back to the substitutions in a moment. Long ball, lots of red shirts being flooded forward now. That's going to leave gaps at the back, you know, for Sierra Leone. This could get quite dangerous for Egypt. Now Kamara again. Safaga gets the challenge in. Kamara stays down. A nice turn by El Sayed. Haven't seen much of him in the second half. Haven't seen much of the entire Egyptian midfield, in fact, in the second half. Ball chipped over the top, just a little bit too much on it for Zalouk to get onto. Sayed, who's say not done a lot, will be replaced by say Mahmoud Labib. Now, our notes tell us he's a centre-back. I wonder if he's just going to play as a deep-lying midfielder, so the rest of the midfield can press further forwards. We'll soon find out. Hopefully not celebrating too early. Shooting Stars coaching staff, in that case the medical staff, in fact. Kamara, nice ball for Bar. Tried to thread that one through for Gandhi, and he'd been away and clear as well. He'd managed to thread the needle there. All over the top, chested down. And Rafat has gone down to win the free kick. Arthur Kabia, I think, trying to laugh that one off. Yeah, catches the foot before the ball. So a free kick here. You assume that Ahmed Kabak is going to take this one. It's in a nice spot as well. It's far enough out that he can use power if he still wants to go over the wall. He's also got enough room to go round it as well. And the big question here will be, does the keeper trust his wall and cover the right-hand side? Or does he go more central? Which means anything into either corner is going to be very difficult to reach. Kabaka does look like he's going to take it. He's Sami Mahab standing over it as well, but surely Kabak is going to take this one over the wall. Oh, good save. Good save, Mamadou Jallo. Trusted his wall, and protected the other side. And actually got there quite easily in the end. Will be a corner though. Kabaka goes over to take it. Lots of red shirts to aim at. He's going to whip this one in somewhere on the edge of that 6-yard box. He does indeed. Keeper comes for it, doesn't get there. Hafiz with the shot. That one balloons out of play for a Sierra Leone goal kick. Nice strike from Kabaka, wasn't it? Jallo had that one covered. Sierra Leone now, well, less than 10 minutes away from a first win. Their first ever win at the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. And, well, with the top two plus the best 2 of 3 third-place finishers in the group phase to go through to the quarterfinals, they could definitely be well in the mix. If they win the game, they'll have 4 points from 2 games. They'll actually be top of the group. And Abdallah gets in behind, but well, he needed a right foot there, didn't he? Former international Osama Nabi has been there, seen it all, done it all. Great run again from Abdallah. There's a little tug of the shirt there, wasn't there? Just on the edge of the area. Didn't seem to make much difference, but after such a good run, that was a poor shot from Abdallah. So just 4 minutes plus stoppages to go here. Nice turn from Kamara. He's been a completely different player in the second period as Kamara. Well tackled. And Mamadou Kamara just sitting that little bit deeper in this second half. Mamadou Kamara has allowed Momo, the number 10, the captain, just to go forwards that bit more, and he's been a bit, so much more effective, hasn't he? Carpo didn't see where the ball went after winning the header. Kamara nonchalantly just heads that ball back to Keita. Pass inside for Kabia. Kamara. Now Bar. But Kamara inside him. Instead, brings Keita into play. Keita looks up, puts the ball in, headed away. Bar now pulls the trigger, but mishits it. That goes out for a goal kick. Well, we're going to get some first substitutions of the game. Now from Mohamed Kamara. What's he got for us? Suleiman Kagbo coming off, as will Saliou Bar, so the 2 wide players will be leaving the pitch. So Sita Bar, who's actually a centre-back, comes on. The other man coming on, Kevin Kagbo, forward. Ball forward. Zalouk beaten in the air. Sierra Leone very much at the stage now where they're just trying to bleed time off the clock whenever they can. If they do hold on for the win here, it'll be a deserved win, I have to say, on the balance of play. Well, a good header here. Gandhi couldn't quite find the right ball from the left flank, but Sierra Leone back in possession again. Now it goes back to the goalkeeper. Jallo goes long, headed out from the back. Played off, but cleared by Egypt. Jallow. He's just going to take his time before picking that one up. A rueful look on Osama Nabi's face. Well, the press tomorrow is going to be, I think, going to be quite brutal. It's not the fact that they've lost the game, it's the fact that they've deserved to lose the game, and they didn't exactly impress against South Africa. South Africa created an awful lot of very good chances. Three times they hit the woodwork. In fact, 3 times they hit the post. South Africa in that game. Egypt were, I think you're fair to say, pretty lucky to come through that with a 1-0 win. Nice bit of footwork from Safaga. Kabaka gets the ball to Abdallah. Abdallah! And he's put it straight over the bar from, what, 6-7 metres out. One of those days for Egypt. Just onside. Oh, tight. I mean, that looked level to me. Fortunately, put it over the bar, so we don't have to put up with the lines being drawn by the VAR. Jallow goes long. Kamara picks up the ball in the centre circle. Mohamed Kamara. Mohamed Kamara eventually brought down by Safaga. Earlier in the game, this would have been an opportunity for Sierra Leone to load up the box and pump the ball up there, but of course you've got a 3-1 lead to protect. It's now at second half injury time. Shouldn't be too much actually at the end of this game. Certainly not compared to the 7 minutes we had in the first half as Kamara comes into the area. Now Mohamed Kamara. Well tackled. Now Abdallah chips the ball over the top. A little bit too much on it, and I think, honestly, Rafat was probably offside anyway. But it matters now. And there's some beaten-looking people on that Egypt bench, isn't there? Gandhi as well in the air. Well, we're talking about Sierra Leone being one of the dark horses, perhaps. Abdallah showing his pace again on that right-hand side. That's actually a very good tackle in the end from Bar. Clearly got the ball. Did he go through Abdallah to get it? It looked like a corner. Let's have a look here. Ah, right. That's a good spot from the referee, you know, so the swinging leg actually missed the ball, caught the player, and it's the trailing leg that got the ball. So a free kick instead of a corner. Opportunity here for Egypt. Deep into second half. They scored in first half stoppage time, so why not at the end of the second half as well? The ball will have to retreat a little bit. Now then, well, basically just chuck everyone in the box here for Egypt. No point holding back here. Seven red shirts to aim at. Laid off to Kabaka. Oh, off the upright. Oh, and nearly bundled in as well. Eventually turned over by Jallow. Does a well-worked free kick. Kabaka smashing it against the crossbar. Really nicely worked. I think the keeper gets a fingertip on that, you know. That's a brilliant save if he did. Have another look here. Comes in. Yes. Tipped it onto the... may have hit the crossbar anyway. Well, that's a really good save from Mamadou Jallow. Kabaka Scored in first half injury time, nearly scored in second half injury time as well. Sierra Leone now with a free kick out to Keita, fullback, quite a long way up actually considering the state of the game, gets the ball in there. That goes out for a Sierra Leone corner, which I'm sure they are going to take absolutely their sweet time overtaking. Well, Osama Nabi looks fairly calm on the sidelines. Same can't be said about some of the players. So Keita to take the corner. I'm surprised he's going long with this. Protecting the lead like that, you'd think there'd just be two of them playing with the ball by the corner flag. Oh, and the ball comes in, and it's now a chance on the counter-attack. Labib leads the charge. Labib still going. Well, Labib picked up the ball in his own area, and he's gone all the way to the corner flag, and he wins a corner as well. Great lungs from Mahmoud Labib. He did come on as a substitute, what, 10, 15 minutes ago. Well, we haven't been told how much stoppage time has been added at the end of this second half. Ball comes in, punched away. Kamara's going to pick it up on the edge of his own area. Oh, and he runs straight into an ambush and then gives away the free kick. So Mohab and Kabaka standing over it. Well, we all know it's going to be Kabaka to take it. Sierra Leone still leading by 3-1 here. We're deep into second half stoppage time. Kabaka feeds the ball into the area, headed up though rather than towards the goal. Kamara doesn't get the best of headers. Now it's been cleared. Only as far as Mohab. And then straight over the crossbar. And that must be pretty much that, surely. Sierra Leone, as things stand, are going to be going to the top of the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations at Group A. Foul given against Gandhi. He's been pretty selfless up top, hasn't he? Samuel Gandhi. He's occupied the central defenders well, run the channels when needed. Kabaka throws the ball up there, headed out. And now Kamara running at Kabaka. It's still Kamara. Kamara, oh, goes past Kabaka now plays the shot! Oh, that's superb! What a way to finish your hat-trick, and what a way to cap a 3-star, 4-star display from Sierra Leone. It was the two captains up against each other there. Momo Kamara scored twice in 3 minutes earlier in the half. It was a long free kick in, headed away. Kamara pouncing on it here on halfway. Cut one side, then cut back in the other side. Then made his move past Kabaka, and that's a superb finish. Just caressing it into the corner. No chance for Monet. Unbelievably, having trailed at half-time, Sierra Leone lead the host Egypt by 4-1 here. Unbelievable stuff from the Shooting Stars. I mean, Monet, you could argue maybe at fault. Well, no, you're not arguing. He was at fault for the first goal from Kamara, but since then, the other two strikes from Kamara, one smashed into the top corner, That one caressed into the bottom corner. And that indeed, what a way to finish the game for the Shooting Stars. Sierra Leone have their first ever win at an African under-20s Africa Cup of Nations. And what a win that is as well. 4-1 against the tournament hosts who won their opener against South Africa. Well, Sierra Leone played well against Zambia in a tightly matched affair in their opening game. I don't think anyone saw this happening though. Not even Mohamed Kamara in his wildest dreams would surely have been dreams of this. Momo Kamara is going to be carried off the pitch by his teammates, and why not? The captain after, I mean, he was not great in the first half, he was quite poor, the decision-making was not there. But the second half, it was like a completely different player.